not be suitable for all
I
audiences.
don't feel like I've done
Viewer
anything
discretion
today.
advised.
If you wanna know what's Thaddeus, if you wanna know, ask Thaddeus, he will let you know. Yeah, yeah, what's Thaddeus? It's the Thaddeus Matthews Show. He's not afraid to tell the truth. He's the one that will inform you about all those jokers that are doing wrong. You cross the line and then it's on. Sometimes the avenues don't get it right. They don't get it right. And it doesn't happen every night. What's local news, world news, national news, he's gonna keep.
Five, four, three, two.
And just when you thought it was safe, it is absolutely positively not. And good Tuesday evening to you, and welcome again to Steel, the most controversial, the hardest hitting, the rawest, most informative, the greatest edutainment television talk show anywhere on the planet. All right, I had a guest. Mr. Devin, what you saying about me? Because you're talking and you're pointing at me. Tell me what you said.
I said that I put your signs over here by the wall.
Oh,
It don't get, and she said, well, it's garbage. And I said, well, tell him, I pointed at you,
him. I be the him.
on his way out tonight,
Take the garbage
you
out.
can drop it out in the dump.
Those political signs.
That's what I said.
Well, thank you, Mr. I just want to know. I saw you pointing at me.
Okay.
Okay. All right, I had a guest scheduled for tonight. And the guest called me about 6:15. He's got a brand new book, and I'm talking about my good friend from the Cash Money Boys. What's the Cash Money? What Turk, the rapper. He's been on my show before. Him and his lovely wife, Money. He's out selling his brand new book that came out today, the Thugology, not autobiography, but Thugology of Turk. So hell, he didn't call me till the last minute. So hell, I'm on my own tonight. I'm coming from the cuff, and when I have to come from the cuff, ain't no damn telling where I'm going to come from on this Tuesday night. So y'all just hold on to what you got. Now, one thing, there are several things I want to deal with. Since I ain't got nothing special, do y'all mind if I just go around the spectrum a little bit? I got something else on Fred Smith I want to deal with, and I just got, have you sent it to me, Dale?
I did.
I just got it while I was in the car. So I got to look over it, but it's a surety. It's a surety that something happened with that baby. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts in my mind. And I'm gonna give you a piece of information that was just sent to me that is going to substantiate some things. But let me deal with a couple of other things in here. I love them receipts. That's what the young folk call it now, receipts. I always keep me some receipts so that when I research, I got some receipts to give to y'all, okay? Let me give y'all something else first of all. Was it about 2 months ago now that Martavius Banks got shot by the police, and we went through all of this rigmarole about the cameras. Let me tell you something that the city of Memphis Police Department has not released to this community. They did all of that talk about they didn't have footage. Well, and they turned it over to the TBI Director Rollins came out and talked about the policy. What if I told you, and I got it from a high-ranking source in the police department, and I'm so grateful that people, when they know that things are not right, they know to call me, because they can't do it on their jobs themselves. What if I told you that they do have footage of what happened on that particular night? No, what if I told you that? What if I told you that one of the police officers, who they say his camera was off, was actually on? What if I told you they've got Martavius Banks running down the street with a gun in his hand? But if you were to ask the director of the police department about that, he would tell you, well, it's an investigation, it's an open investigation, it's in the hands of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. But take it to the bank. And when it does come open, or if it is revealed, you'll say, the pastor told us that there is evidence that Martavius Banks that night was running with a gun in his hand, and that one of the police officers, who they said his camera was off, was actually on. I'll leave it. I'll leave it at that. Okay. I'll leave it right there with that particular piece of information. But you need to know that strange things happen politically in this city. The city council was given permission today to use $40,000 of taxpayers' money to campaign for their particular issue. Let me tell you what my position is on this 3 votes on this referendum. I will not support item number 1. It's an illegal ballot. It's illegal even to be on the ballot because the city council did not vote on it. So you have a city attorney, you have a city mayor, you have the Shelby County Election Commission. You have all of these parties involved that is bullshitting this community by having you vote for something that is totally illegal. Anything that the council did not approve has no right or legal basis to be on the referendum. But y'all vote for it if you want. But that's the shenanigans that we play in this city in politics. Now let me jump back to something. I told you I was supposed to have had a guest tonight. Ooh, I gotta try to read this side. I didn't get this.
Tap it and pull.
I didn't get this till I was on my way in, so I did not get a chance to copy this off of the computer. Last night, I had Andrea Jackson on the show, who says that her daughter was taken from her by Pastor Fred Smith. Let me also give you something else on Fred Smith. I got it on good sources in the police department, in the Economic Crimes Bureau, that there have been at least 4 other persons that have shown up in economic crimes that were saying that this pastor bamboozled them, ran them amok, and stole their money. that Miss Cleve Williams is not the only person that Pastor Fred Williams has stolen some money from. On last night, and I will be the first one to admit, and I told Andrea after the show was over that you ain't told me everything. And she agreed with me that there was some things that she didn't state. But I firmly believe her when she says that Pastor Frederick Smith, and I don't know what they was having last night at the church, because I pass every night when I leave here. Bunch of calls at the church on a Monday night. I firmly believe that he took her baby. I firmly believe that. Even with the holes in her story, I believe that. When Pastor Smith, he wouldn't answer my phone, so we called him on Dale's number. He answered the phone, and like the idiot that he is, he talked to me until somebody came in that room and told him, you need to get off that phone. But during the period that Fred Smith was on the phone on last night, Fred Smith said two things. Fred Smith said that he had his attorney to go to the house of Andrea Jackson and that she signed away her parental rights. Then he said that there was a notice placed in the paper looking for her. She said that he was popping up at the house getting pills. Well, a legal notice was placed in the paper for this baby. There is a birth certificate that we had in the studio last night that says the baby's name is Summer Amaya Jackson. Date of birth 8/4/2011. Well, there's an order of publication in the Chancery Court of Shelby County, Tennessee, number Chancery-14-1127-3, in reference to Summer Amaya Jackson, date of birth 8/4/2011. Frederick Smith and Jerry Lynette Smith are the petitioners versus Andrea Veronica Jackson, an unknown father, respondents. And it says here, in it appearing from the sworn petition for adoption and to terminate respondents' parental rights filed in this case, in this cause, that the resident of the respondent unknown father is unknown and cannot be ascertained upon diligent inquiry. It is therefore ordered that he make his appearance therein at the courthouse of Shelby County, Tennessee, in Memphis on January 28, 2015, and answer petitioners' petition for adoption, or the same will be taken for contest as to him, and this cause proceeded with ex parte, and that a copy of this order be published once a week for 4 consecutive weeks in the Daily News of Memphis, Shelby County, Tennessee, this 3rd day of December 2014. A true copy went to Donald Russell, clerk and master, by Kenya Bland Anthony. And then he told us last night that his attorney's name was Jefferson. See if you can find this attorney right here. His attorney, and I don't know whether this is male or female, was Joree, Joree G. Brownlow, Brownlow, attorney for petitioners. So I find it odd that we got the right baby. We know we got the right baby. But what I find odd in this is that this petition is only for the father. Not for her, but for the father. Now, one or two things took place. One or two things. Dale, and you've been one of them paralegal peoples. One or two things took place. In a divorce proceeding, Jesus, I love them though. In an adoption proceeding, do you not have to get the permission of the mother and the father? Now, one or two things has happened in this particular matter. If she signed, let's just give Smith the benefit of all my doubts. If she signed her rights, but they couldn't find the father, would that be a reason for them to just look for him by himself, right? Or they didn't look for the mother, and they just looked for him. See, he said last night she signed over her rights, right? She says that she didn't sign over her rights. He says that the attorney's name was Jefferson, but it clearly says on the paper, see if you can find that name as an attorney.
I sent it to you.
You sent it to me? You sent me a picture?
Well, not a facial picture, but I sent you the information.
I can't get it to download.
Okay.
You got it on up on your phone? Let me see. I ain't got no picture. Joree G. Brownlow, Cordova, Tennessee, 8342 Macon Road, number 8. Okay. Maybe we're gonna have to go downtown and do some digging on this particular matter. But I may open up the phone lines in a little bit tonight. I wonder if she's also a member of his church. I'm wondering. We know we got the right baby now because the name is the right name. But Brownlow, you found something? Let me see what you got. Come on. So what? An old white woman. My God. No, she probably ain't no member of his church. Huh. Something still stinks about this whole story. I can't call the lawyer because the lawyer's number that I'm going to have is just going to be to the law firm. But I don't understand. See, this thing got me puzzled. It got me a little puzzled. The mother says that she didn't receive no money. And then I would be wondering, he says that he sent the attorney to her house. Is that what he said last night?
That's what he said.
Where she was living, ain't no white woman went in that area. Okay? Where she was living at that time, ain't no white woman by herself went into that neighborhood by herself. Not here in the city of Memphis. But it's got me, this thing really got me puzzled about the good pastor. And you know, I tried to open up the phone lines the other night to see what y'all thought about Fred Smith. But I really, since my guest didn't show up, maybe I need to go into, do you think I need to call the mama again?
Mm-hmm.
I do? Well, thank you, Deb. Let me call the mama. That was in what day? Because that was in 2014, 2015. Let me look at it one more time. So I have the right information to give her.
December the 4th, 2014.
December 4th, 2014. Almost 4 years ago. And how old she said the baby was?
7.
Let me see if I can find her number. Because this ain't got the pastor just confused. And I don't get confused also. Turn this mic up.
message for 901.
Okay. Maybe she'll see my number and call back. See, some in here ain't adding up. Now that's just me. I know that there's some holes in her story, and I told her that after the show went on. We talked for about 10, 15 minutes after I went off the air. There's some holes in her story. But Fred Smith is just as bogus as he wants to be. I mean, with all of this information that I have on him and the family of the lady he took the $50,000 for called me also as I was riding in. They're sending me more information even as we speak. She says she wasn't having no sex with him. She says that he don't like women. So, but we do know. Now, I'm gonna have to go downtown in the morning and just do some researching in the morning. I had planned to sleep a little late in the morning, but I'm going to get up because I got some running around to do. But because now I'm puzzled about some things, and I need to pull all that I can find that's public information. I need to find it. Something happened to push this divorce through.
Adoption.
Why I keep saying divorce? That was my favorite legal action. This adoption through. Okay, something happened to push this adoption through. We do know. And we do know that this is the same child. There's no doubt now that this is the same child. We do know that his wife was not pregnant. So, who's lying? It's for sure there's a lie somewhere. As the old folk would say, there is a dead cat on the line. Okay, that's for sure. That is a dead cat. Okay, let me see if I can reach her before I go to commercial break. Let me see if I can reach hers one more time. For the persons asking me, do I post the show? It's always on the Thaddeus A. Matthews Facebook page, and it's also on the Thaddeus Matthews YouTube channel.
Please leave your message.
And I would really like to speak with one of his members. Is there a member tonight that will stand up for your pastor and tell me why you're standing up for him? Do you believe? And forget about the baby. For all of this other evidence that is against him, what do you think about it? I'd love to hear from a member. Why don't you send an email right now to Naked Truth Ministries at gmail.com. Naked Truth Ministries at gmail.com with your name and your number, and I'll call you. We're going to take a commercial break, but is y'all just as confused about the baby as me? I'm going to open up the phone line. Maybe y'all can help me. We know this is the same baby. We know that when the adoption took place, okay, turn the phone around for what? We know that it's a baby. The name that Andrew had on the birth certificate last night, the same identical, oh, here she is right here. Andrea. Andrea?
Hello?
Yeah, this is Thaddeus, and I'm on the air. I
Okay,
found,
how are you?
fine. I found, someone sent to me the publication of notice that was in the paper.
Okay.
It was December of 2014. And in the notice, they were looking for the unknown father.
Mm.
Okay? Notice what
Uh-huh.
happened. Now, let's have some clarity. You and I talked last night, and you told me there were some things missing in the story, right?
I said, what's that?
That there were some things missing that you did not share in your story with me, right?
Right.
Will you give me the missing parts now? Because, see, this thing is getting real convoluted. I think that's the word I want to use. I might use the wrong big word. But what's the part that we missing out of here?
Well, I don't understand, why would he be, or anybody be looking for the missing father when they know he don't exist?
Well, we know it's a father. Wait a minute. We know it's a father somewhere now.
Right, but what I'm saying, why would he be looking for the father when he could have got in touch with me?
Well, legally, they have to have consent from both the mother and the father to move on with an adoption.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Couldn't just get your consent. They have to have a father. Was he aware of who the father was?
Yes.
And who?
Yes.
What's the name of the dad?
Roy Jackson.
Roy Jackson is the baby's dad.
Yes.
Now, has Roy ever wondered where his baby was?
No, he didn't care. He didn't care.
Okay, he never cared about the baby.
No.
He's never asked you where his baby was.
Well, he asked, where was she? And, I let him know that she was with her godparents.
And what did he say?
With Pastor Smith and his wife. And he said, well, now I don't have to pay no child support. I'm glad. And he left.
All right, but what's the missing piece, Andrea, in this story? You told me there's a missing piece. What's the missing piece in this whole story?
Well, the only thing I could really think of is when I told him that I wanted my child back, he really didn't want to give her back. And
And what?
well, it's really no missing piece, because I told you everything that had happened. He didn't want to give her back, and I guess he tried everything he could to adopt her.
Okay. Let's go back. Let's go back to a part that we were talking about last night. And I still find it odd that you didn't fight for the baby. Okay? And we talked about that. I find it very odd that you didn't fight for the baby. And
Actually, I did fight for my child. If you're wondering why I didn't go to the church and kick the door down and act a fool, it was because of my other children. And I had my mother at my house. I couldn't afford to be going in and out of jail because this man was acting crazy. So I thought we had a...
you thought you had what?
I said I couldn't afford to be going in and out of jail, acting a fool. I thought we were adults and we had came to an agreement, and he broke his agreement to being the child's godparent. I didn't have time to be going back and forth to jail because I had other kids and my mother was at home.
Why did you think you would go to jail? Why did you
Because if I disturbing the peace, going in church acting a fool, yes sir.
No, ma'am. Why didn't you take the police to the church to get your baby?
I guess I wasn't thinking.
See, Andrew, here's what I miss. How do you not think when somebody has your baby and you love your baby and you want your baby? How do you worry about consequences?
Well, I felt that he knew what we agreed to, and that he was gonna be an adult and give me my baby. I shouldn't have to fight for my baby. Why do I have to act a fool for my child?
Because it's your child. Because the baby is your baby. When you found out that he was not going to give you the baby, wasn't this where the fight was supposed to jump in at?
Yeah, I didn't want to do I didn't want to do it physically. I wanted to do it through the court system. Once I went to court, because I did try to find lawyers and try to find help, I wanted to do it legally, so we wouldn't be going through this right now. But instead, he jumped and tried to hurry up and get her adopted. Try to adopt her.
But wait a minute. See, Andrew, please understand me when I say it don't make sense. It don't make, see, the story is not making sense in the fact that that's your baby. Your baby.
Right.
Okay? Your baby, you going through some hard times. He was abusive to you. You got moved. You said you had an agreement. Was there an agreement on paper?
No agreement on paper, no.
Okay.
It was verbal.
It was a verbal agreement, and the verbal was what?
The verbal agreement was that we both be in this child's life. He would be, him and his wife would be the godparents.
Look,
And,
wait a minute, let me ask something.
sir?
There's a Roy Jackson in my comments. Are you the Roy Jackson that's in my comments here on Instagram? Are you the Roy Jackson that's the baby's daddy? Just say yes or no on the page here. Go ahead. Go ahead, Andrea. Andrea.
I'm not on your, I'm not on your page.
No, I'm talking about, I said that there is a Roy Jackson that's on my page, and I'm trying to find out if, well, this Roy Jackson, I don't know. Oh, damn.
Well, I guess he ain't the one, huh?
I guess he ain't the one there, if you don't know. See, he says, now, one thing we do know, he gave a lawyer's name last night that is not the lawyer of record on this, okay, on this divorce. There's not that particular one. Let me ask you what, Jack, hold on a minute. Roy Jackson, are you familiar with Andrea Jackson? That's the one, that's what I want to know. Are you familiar with Andrea Jackson? Okay, that's, now you said you don't know whether you're dead or not. Are you the, okay, are you the Jackson, Roy Jackson that was living with him? Okay, living with Andrea. We got a white woman that's the attorney that filed the paperwork looking for the unknown daddy. And I don't believe that this Roy on the site happens to be the one. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, because if you are, Roy, oh, see Roy Jackson, you playing. Okay, the one that's on play, you playing, and you about to be put off my page. What I'm trying to figure out, and I need you to be totally honest with me, okay?
Okay.
Cause it's gonna come out, cause now you got me inquisitive, so I got to do my digging and investigating. So it's gonna come out somewhere, and if it don't come out in the rinse, it's gonna come out in the wash.
That's why I came to you, because I want it to come out.
Okay.
That's why I came to you, because I know you do your job.
So you're saying that you ain't never screwed, Fred Smith?
No, I haven't had any sexual nothing with him. And if you want to just check the DNA, you can do a DNA test.
Well, we know that the baby is yours because in the notice that was put in the paper, it uses the name Summer. Okay, it uses Summer Jemiah Jackson. Okay, it uses that name in the petition, in the newspaper notice. That's what is in there. Look, I got to take a commercial. Hold on, I need you to hold on, okay?
Okay.
Can you hold on?
Yes.
Okay, let me take a commercial break. I got to take care of my business. Let's take a commercial break, and we'll be back here on the Thaddeus Matthews Show. You still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. All right, hold on, man. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, what are you trying to ask me? Because
Literally, what I'm trying to ask you, are you being honest when you say whether or not you did not sign those papers?
oh, I did not sign anything.
Okay. And he's never brought no type of paper to you to sign at all.
No.
Okay. Did he know who the daddy was?
Yes, he knew.
Okay.
He knew.
He's met the daddy?
Yes, one time he came to church with me, and he
Okay.
knew his name. He knew Roy's name.
Okay.
But the thing I'm thinking about now, if he said I signed the paper, why is he looking for an unknown father? He really wouldn't.
Because you still have to have the mother and the father's name. You cannot put a child up for adoption without a sign off by both parents.
Okay, so he said he got my signature, and he don't have Roy. He still couldn't do the adoption.
Well, now
He couldn't find Roy.
you got a point, but unless the judge, when they put the legal notice out there and he never was found, after a period of time, the courts will say that this father has abandoned this child and take that father's parental rights away. That's the reason for the legal notice in the paper.
Okay.
Okay, there's a section, and this paper was done in the Daily News. Okay, that's the reason. It's the same way with divorces. If you're trying to get a divorce and you can't find that person, if you put in the legal notice and that person is not found within 90 days or whatever the course is, the court can still grant you a divorce based on the fact that the person could not be found. So it's the same way with the adoption process.
Okay.
Okay.
So you telling me that he filed this in 14, right?
He signed this in 14.
Okay, if he filed this in 14, during the same time, the scandal had hit.
Luxury Runners, you're gone.
Huh?
I was talking to somebody on the page.
And if he did this in 14, he was rushing to try to get her adopted because of the scandal. And he didn't, because I really didn't agree with it then. I was going so hard on him. I'm like, can I have my baby? Can I have my baby? Because I didn't want my baby to be in that mess. So he did some underhand stuff.
Well, was there ever a time where he could not reach you?
No, he always could reach me. He always could reach me. Always.
How many more commercials I got? All right, hold on. We'll be going back up in just a minute. Schoolcraft Reese, you about to get your ass put off this page. The daddy never signed, or Roy never signed the birth certificate.
No, sir.
Okay.
You seen the birth certificate
Right,
last
right.
night.
Tiffany original, if you don't like the story, get your motherfucking ass off the page. That's what you're doing now, no man.
30 seconds.
Okay, we're coming back.
Okay.
Some of y'all looked at too much damn Perry Mason and shit on TV.
10 seconds.
Okay, Schoolcraft, motherfucker, you gone.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And welcome back. And I called the mother of this child, and I'm not going to keep you on the air much longer. But it, like I said, Andrea, some in this does not add up, and I am going to go down to the Chancery Court tomorrow and see if I can pull this particular file, see exactly what it is that I can find out on this particular matter. Because, see, now I'm intrigued with this, okay? I am totally intrigued with what happened with this child. Because I'm also interested in finding out when the name change took place. When they changed the name of the child. And why did they change the whole name? Because in 2014, your child would have been how old?
She would have been 3.
She would have been 3. So probably all this time, they were calling her Summer.
No, they didn't call her, Anna Gray. I thought it was like a little name, but it was Anna Gray.
Okay,
And when I said, yeah,
okay, okay. There's something I'm gonna check tomorrow, Lang, for me to talk about right now.
okay.
But, I'll be in touch with you.
All right, thank you, Thaddeus.
Thank you.
Come on.
Yeah, there's something I'm gonna check tonight. There's something I got to check. Look, all you clowns on, and the fact, let me just go and take some of y'all along. You gone, let me see who else needs to go. Roy Jackson, 7145, you gone because you're clowning. Okay. All right. Now, do I think this girl got it all together? Hell no. Okay. But there's something in the book, there's a fly in this buttermilk. And we're going to look at some things, and there's some I'm gonna pull tomorrow that I'm not even want to mention that I'm going to do on there. I hope my knees feel like walking on tomorrow. What do you think about this? What do you think about this whole Fred Smith saga? And maybe there's some other folk out there that he's taken some money from. The Economic Crimes Department of the City of Memphis Police has had multiple inquiries. I got a whole file on Miss Clevie Williams and what happened in that particular case. There is something else they want to send me. I don't know whether she's had the opportunity to send it. But see, we've got to expose these folk in our community. And Pretty Brown Eyes, I think you're absolutely correct in the fact that I think that she's embarrassed to state some things. Here's what one of the things that I think. I think that he was tearing her ass about the frame. Okay? Okay, I think that he may have been a drug boy. I think that he may have hooked her and abused her to the point that she lost all of her self-esteem. It's one of the things that in just talking with her and meeting with her, I think that was some things, okay, being brothers, you gone to, I think that there's a lot of things that she may be, embarrassed to say. I think that Smith may have a habit. I think that she may have indulged in some of his habits. I think that was a comfort zone that they had. But this adoption matter, okay? This adoption matter, there's something weird in this. And then when I look at all of this information, there's no doubt that this pastor is guilty, in my opinion, of identity theft. when I look at all of and they're sending me the Capital One credit card information. When I look at all this stuff on Bank of America, when I look at the photo situation that took place with with those cameras that they have on the red lights when you get caught going through the light, and he's got caught at this light, I get caught at every time I get one of them tickets. I think they were looking for black cars. At Winchester and Riverdale, it takes a picture of your tag number and it sends you this notice that you owe the city of Memphis $50 for a violation. It sends it to the address that your tags are written in. And his tags, in this instance, is in, and this happened this year, are in the address of Miss Clevie Williams, 77 years old. And I've heard somebody say, well, why it happened 2 years ago. She tried to hide what was going on from her son until she started getting these letters in the mail, these statements in the mail of she owed all this money. And that's when they turned it over to the Economic Crimes Bureau of the City of Memphis Police Department. Then she says that the wife came over and started to cry. We're gonna pay it next month. But I'm hearing that the wife has a theft charge in her record. And I didn't get this information until I was on the way to the studio, so I haven't had time to pull her record. They said that they were going to send it to me. I'll pull it when I get up in the morning, in the name of Jerry Simmons, which is her maiden name, Jerri Simmons. That's her maiden name. Because I want to see what type of theft charge she has in the past. The lady, elderly lady, she's 77 years old, and Bonnie and Clyde just got her. Okay? Bonnie and Clyde, that's what they is. They Bonnie and Clyde. They got her. She wanted to be on the mother's boat. And I got the affidavit somewhere in here. Of the offense. Let's see. Did I take it back to the office? Yeah, she wanted to be on the mother's boat. Okay. She wanted to be on the mother's boat. She was honored that the pastor asked her to be on the mama's boat. Okay? And if you pull the affidavit of complaint, you see how treacherous. Somebody said, check my email. Check the church email. See what's something there. Because they didn't say what is in my personal email. You see anything in the church email?
No, sir.
And whoever you are, I don't know what you sent it to mine. Okay. Carolyn is not in my email as of yet. It's spinning though, so some may pop up in just a second. But see, here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying to y'all tonight. Y'all will talk about me. He cussed. But y'all don't mind me with these wretched ass pastors. I'm going to pull the church's bankruptcy. The church is in bankruptcy. Hello, the church is in bankruptcy. Those of you on Instagram, I'll bring you back. I'm still spinning. The church, New Life Holiness, is in bankruptcy. So I'm pulling all of that paperwork. I didn't do much work today in the office. I worked earlier today and then I went feeling 100. I got me some new medicine, and my new medicine is working though, bringing my blood pressure down. Miss Debbie, you finna go?
You ran out of something to talk about, you want me to sit on the?
No, oh please God, no, I ain't gonna know you that just before guests. And I never run out of something to talk about. Thank you. I was just saying good night to you.
No, you said you're getting ready to go.
But again, I go back, when I talk about the baby situation, I don't understand her not fighting for the baby. Unless her ass had just been whooped so by this man that hell, she just didn't have no liking for herself. But the story does not, the story, oh, I forgot to bring the Instagram people back. The story just, it just don't jive. Put up the phone number, T, let me, and here's the question, here's what I'm telling those of you that call. If I hear any foolishness, I'm gonna automatically hang up on you. If I'm hearing the telephone in the background when I say hello, I'm automatically hanging up on you, okay? You ain't no damn stars, so don't be trying to hear yourself on the damn TV and on your listening devices. The number is area code 231-9239. What do you think about this pastor? What do you think about Pastor Fred Smith? What do you think about this situation that is going on, even with Miss Clivy Williams? And my email on my phone, Carolyn, is just spinning. I'm not picking it up in here. Something is wrong when you, as church folk, find it okay for this behavior in the pastor of the church. You got this mic up? Hello? Let's go here.
Call from unknown caller. To accept, press 1.
You're on the Thaddeus Matthews Show.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You mentioned earlier about adoption and that the father had to sign on.
To give up his parental rights.
Okay. Yes, that's not true.
That's not true?
My daughter is 28 years old, and I adopted her when she was 3 years old. 3 days old.
Mm-hmm.
My husband and I did.
Mm-hmm.
And she, the father did not have to sign. For the state of Tennessee,
Mm-hmm.
they have to have a 15-day grace period.
15
mother.
15 grace period on what? 15, explain the 15-day grace period.
They have 15 days to come back and say whether or not they want to actually give up the child for adoption.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they do not come to the judge chambers or whatever to sign and say that they are giving up the rights.
Now, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question on that.
Yes.
Was your child in state custody, or were you getting the child from a mother and father? What was your situation?
It came from an individual.
Came from what now?
The child was from an individual.
And the mother signed away her rights.
Yes, after 15 days.
Okay.
She did
But,
time the child was born.
but were y'all
No.
were you working through an agency?
Yes.
Okay, so there might be a difference in this, in that you were working through an adoption agency. And what I've got to do is check Tennessee laws tomorrow, to get some clarity on this, because there is a notice here that was going to be longer than 15 days that was put into a publication. It was put into the Daily News, and it was going to be put into the Memphis Daily News for 4 consecutive weeks.
That's correct. You are correct on that.
Okay.
They had 15 days. Both parents had, the father and the mother had 15 days in my situation.
So in your,
And say whether or not.
they wanted your child. But in your case, did they have to place a notice in the paper?
Yes.
So a notice was the notice placed in the paper for the mother and the father?
Yes, now the mother said that she didn't know who the father was.
Oh, well, it was gonna be kind of, that's gonna be a totally different situation if she didn't know who the daddy was. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull the adoption laws of this state, and I'm going to go and research some things on this particular case on tomorrow. Thank you so much for your call here.
You're welcome.
All right. Now, in this case, the father was not on the birth certificate. She did not name him as the father. Like I said, there's some loose end. What?
And she can't name him as a father, he has to be there to sign it himself.
He has to be there to
Yeah.
sign it himself.
She can't just say, that's my baby dad.
Oh, okay. You can't just say, that's my baby daddy, till y'all get to juvenile court. But you can't, at the time that the baby's born. Okay, I must have hit the wrong button. Let me see. Let me check my email again. My phone is jammed up. Let me go and see if there's anything in that. Did y'all just hit me say I'm checking my email? So you call him, well, I'll let you know I'm checking my email in the phone first. I'm gonna have her send it to the church email. Damn it, don't y'all see I'm, ooh. Okay. That is Naked Truth Ministries, right?
At gmail.com.
Okay. At Gmail. So she trying to get something to me. Okay. Now. We go.
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
You're the Thaddeus Matthew Show.
Hey, Thaddeus.
Hey.
I know you were saying that, can you?
Yeah, I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
I know you were saying that, some of the people in his church, that he probably was scamming some of the other folks in his church as well.
Mm-hmm.
But are you aware that he got kicked out of COVID?
Well, I know that Right, I know that was a deal about 3, 4 years ago when I broke some things on him, that he went through a thing with Brandon Porter. Because
It wasn't.
well, see, what the Church of God in Christ found out was he was carrying their name as Kojic. And
Right.
he had affiliated and taken money and changed the name of the church to the Church of the Nazarene. Is that what you're talking about? Sir? Sir? I guess he left. See, he changed the name. See what that is, Dale. He changed the name. He was affiliated and carrying himself as Kojic. But because I got in 2009, and I got the paperwork from the state of Tennessee, he changed it to Memphis New Life Holiness Church of the Nazarene, which is not affiliated with Kojic at all. Okay? Because there was some battle, I think Linwood Dillard was involved with it. I think, but I know that Bishop Brandon Porter was involved because Brandon was the jurisdictional, I think, bishop, whatever they call themselves. But I think that this is what happened because the members thought that they were Kojic, and in fact, they were not Kojic. I'm getting some emails in the church. What is it?
It's an affidavit of complaint.
Bring me the affidavit, and let me read the affidavit. Ooh, Jesus.
Take your fingers,
How the hell I'm gonna read this, Jesus?
pull it apart.
This is an affidavit. See what's our number. I technically have this one because this has the same information on it that is on this one I have on his wife. Why is she using her maiden name? Wait a minute. Oh, this is another one where she got charged with theft of property. $500 or less. And she got diversion. Okay. So she's been stealing it before. This ain't her first time stealing. Stealing. You need to put your little hands, Jerry. Let's see. I'm trying to see when this took place, when she did this little stealing. Oh, this was in 1990. She wasn't preaching then. You know, she wasn't no woman preacher back then. Yeah. She been stealing before. Praise the Lord.
Accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press call from unknown caller. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Go ahead. You're the Thaddeus Matthews.
Yo, what's going on, brother? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Go ahead, brother.
That's good. I just definitely wanted to call in
This is who?
alternate.
Well, what's your name?
Jackson.
What's your first name?
R-O-Y, last name Jackson.
Okay, are you the Jackson that we're talking about tonight?
No, sir. I just want to call in and apologize and whatnot. I didn't mean to take you off or anything like that. It's just my girlfriend.
You the one who-
She thought it was the...
She thought what?
She actually thought I was the kid's father, and that's why I wanted to call in to bring some clarity. I just definitely want to apologize to you and whatnot and shine some light on this.
Okay, well, ain't no light, brother, if you ain't the dad, ain't no light you can shine.
No, I'm saying as far as shine some light as far as his sister and her situation. I know you said something about the sister seeing a little lost. And I know the scripture teaches us that our people perish.
Sir, I'm not, no, I didn't, please don't call a preach to me. Okay.
No. I'm just offering a comment, sir, that's all.
Okay, well, God bless you, my brother.
My comment.
All right, area code 901-231-9239. Okay, praise the Lord. Hashabah, Hashabah, Hashabah. 901-231-9239. What do you think? She sent me something else. See what that is. It's somebody by the name of Courtney Franks.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Courtney Franks, go ahead.
I was just confused about the adoption. If the child was 3 years old by the time it was, adopted, then why did she have such a hard time getting her baby back before then, since the baby doesn't have, no relations to the pastor? Like, she could have just called the police and, got the child back.
Well, I mean, that's one of my statements is, why didn't she fight for the baby? And she didn't. She says, see, that was a scandal that broke out about 2014. I think that's, when I did the initial story in 2014. The reason why, I can't say, but I do know that this is the same child.
Right.
Because I've seen her birth certificate with her name as the mother on the birth certificate. I'm looking at this notice that was placed in the paper in 2014, has the child with the very same name. So we know it's the same baby, but what we're trying to figure out now, what the hell, how did all this happen? How did the adoption take place?
Well, I remember yesterday watching.
Go ahead.
I remember yesterday when I was watching, she said that when he came over for some pills, she had signed something. So I'm wondering if maybe what she signed.
I remember her saying that she signed nothing when he came over to get some pills. Now I remember that statement now.
Well, I heard her say that, but I was thinking that maybe he probably had her to sign something else. I think it was dealing with the baby being sick and having to go to the hospital.
I remember hearing her say that she signed nothing when he came to get the pills. I remember that statement now.
So maybe it was something that she didn't read or something.
Again, I don't remember her saying that she signed anything when he came to get the pills. I remember her saying that he called her and said he was in the neighborhood and he popped up and her mama was going through the councils and he asked for some pills and she gave him some pills.
If you read the comments, everybody's saying that she did say that she
I ain't asking what baby, I'm not asking what everybody said in the comments. I didn't ask you about what they said in the comments. I'm saying what I don't remember her saying that she signed anything at that particular time. Okay?
I understand. I was just saying that I was thinking that maybe he probably tricked her to signing something that she didn't know.
All right. Thank you so much. All right, Jesus. She said something about, she signed something for the baby to get some insurance,
Press
Ah.
1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
You're on the Thaddeus Matthews Show.
Hey, Pastor, listen, if that notice was in the paper for that long, why didn't she make a move then?
So how many times do you read the Memphis Daily News in the notice sections?
Well, yeah, you're right there. I didn't think about that.
Okay.
But Pastor, she did also, she did listen that she did sign some papers for the child to be enrolled in some type of school or something.
And to get some type of insurance or something of that nature.
Okay.
But she didn't, but let me make it clear. She didn't say. Now, I don't know whether she did or not, but she did not say that she signed away her rights at that time. Remember when I talked with him, he said that, what was I going to say? Oh, remember he said when he called that the attorney went over to her house. Remember him saying that?
Right, that's right.
And ain't no white woman, and I looked at this attorney that he used, she an old white woman. This old white woman ain't went off in no black apartments that she was living in at that time, okay? And lawyers don't do that. You have to go to the lawyer's office to sign papers. That white lady didn't come out there and get no papers signed.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you.
And thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's an old white woman. And Miss Cleve is over 80 years old now. This happened when she was 77.
Touch, press 1. To send a voicemail.
You're on the Thaddeus Matthews Show.
Yes. What I want to let you know, Pastor, is I think that maybe that man and that woman, that's their baby, they trying to run a game on his wife. You feel me? I mean, let's keep it real. There's too many damn lives going on. She covering, he covering, and everything's going around the wife. I think it's their baby and they trying to do some slick shit. And this coming from Washington Park, y'all know I love you, Pastor.
Wait a minute, you think you're doing what now, baby? Tell me again.
I said it's home chick that's lying about the baby and the pastor's baby. They lying and running game on his wife, trying to do some slick shit. Come on now, your boy got too many improprieties. That's probably the only baby up in there. She just got mad because he didn't fulfill his end of the bargain with the money. Now there's some way of trying to threaten him without telling, but she want to tell. I'm calling this one, Pastor.
So you saying it's some slick shit in this, huh? And
It's good slickness. It sounds like him and her made a baby. They tried to get over on the wife by playing this adoption. She asked for some money. He said, okay. She dipped out, was doing her little thought shit. When she got broke, she came back for some more money. He was like, not. She's like, hold on, I want my back back. He's like, no, we got that. Yeah, he did some underlining with the old white lady. And it's going to find out that the person is probably retired now and not even working. So she can cash out on that. She gave that baby up. And that's sad. She need her ass whooped. You ain't got to believe me, but watch. You gonna find, I done read this one before. I done seen this type of thought. They got 1 million of them in Washington Park, Illinois. Yes, sir, they do.
so you think
She ain't no but.
you think that her and the pastor was bumping uglies?
They was already bumping uglies and it was going on for a while. Secret underlying relationship. She used to do something with the baby. She didn't want it. He wanted his baby. Of course.
And
Come on,
you
girl. You know how these people be doing out here. It's extra.
and you could can I throw something else in there too?
Yeah.
And old boy that was beating her ass at the house knew it wasn't his baby.
Yeah, and that's why he was beating ass, because he knew they was having a sexual relationship the whole time. And he was throwing her a couple of dollars, and she wasn't sure. Dude got tired of it, stopped playing the game, went in on it. That's why he had to get rid of your boy so it wouldn't inflict hurt his
No,
baby.
snowman, I'll take you off. Go ahead.
I'm just telling you, Pastor. I mean, even if I'm wrong about that part of it, the rest of it, I'm counting on it being the truth. That's his and her baby. She thought he was going to pay her for the baby because she let him keep it instead of aborting it, underlining blackmail, and it backfired.
All right, baby. Thank you so much.
All right, now love you, Pastor. Keep preaching.
I'm going to keep preaching. Hey, girl, you need to hear me Sunday morning. Let me tell you what my message is.
I need to come down to Memphis and see you, my daughter, at West College.
Yeah, look, let me tell you what the message is Sunday morning. You ready, baby?
Yeah, baby.
It's not the D. You know what the D stand for, don't you? It's not the D. It ain't the D that goes in you, but it's the DNA that comes out of you.
Amen.
It ain't the dick that go in you. Oh, glory. Hey, that goes in you.
49 years and you preaching the gospel, baby.
But it's the DNA that comes out of you. I'm going to give you some Bible on this. See, y'all be trying to get all the D that you can. Or you get you some old D. You get you some young D. You get you some black D. You get you some white D. And you don't know nothing about the D that goes up in you. And the reason that our world is having the problems that it's having, because y'all getting the wrong D and y'all producing the wrong DNA. You better not miss me Sunday morning. Hey, glory.
You, Pastor. I never miss you.
Thank you so much,
I'm
baby.
dedicated.
Yeah. Come on Sunday morning. Now y'all know the time change. Let me see you.
Yeah, so I'm pretty ready to come to Memphis now. I'm coming down now from Washington Park, Illinois.
Baby, come on down here and see the pastor. Yeah.
I will tell Miss Dale out there, all hail the Queen.
All hail the Queen then. Ha shabba Shamos.
Amen.
Yeah. Well, hell, I can rehearse. That's what them niggas be doing in the church, making up some names as they go. Hey, Jesus coming in a Honda. Hell, I drive a Cadillac. At least Jesus ought to be in a Rolls Royce. Bye, baby. Thank you so much. Hey, yeah. Time does change. We fall what?
Fall back.
We fall back an hour early Sunday morning. So the time is going to fall back Sunday morning. But or at 10 a.m. That's the message Sunday morning. It's not the D that goes in you, but the DNA that comes out of you. You need to come on and be with me on this Sunday morning. See, y'all pastors still talking about let's go to heaven. And that's what y'all like to hear. We're going to heaven one day. We're going to that upper room when I see Jesus. Yeah. That. I ain't trying to get to know heaven. You got to go by Arbonard's funeral home to get to the upper room. What you trying to do down here? I am come that ye may have life and have life more abundantly. Yeah. And you women need to come, and some of you men do too. It ain't the D that you're getting, baby. You can sit on it, you can lay on your stomach and get it from behind. Yeah. It ain't the D that goes in you, but it's the DNA that comes out of you. I'm gonna preach that thing on Sunday morning. Yeah, some of y'all need to hear it. All y'all be looking for is some D. You don't give a damn what kind of D it is. You just want to be able to call your girlfriend the next one and say, girl, I got some D last night. Oh, he D'd me down on last night. Then 9 months later, you bring some heathen into this world. You don't even know the dad's name. Pookie. Pookie was, he got some mass murderer in his DNA. He got some lying, some cheating, and some conniving, and some scheming in his DNA. And when he plants that seed in your soul, well, I'm beginning to feel that thing. All right. When he plants that seed, they call it sperm, he ejaculates his seed deep down in there, and his exes get with your Y's, and y'all create CRAZY. It ain't the D that goes in you. Woo! But it's the DNA that comes out of you. Won't you join me on this Sunday morning? I know it's the first Sunday morning. I got to go to my church. You don't want to miss this. You come back to see me the second Sunday, we're going to serve you some real wine, and we give refills on our wine. If it's something left, you can go back and get it. Yeah. Y'all need to come hear this. See, some of you women, y'all done had the wrong D. Yes, you done had the wrong D. And the reason that your children are as crazy as they are, you didn't check out the D that you was getting. You got to check out the D. You got to talk to the D. You need to have a little conversation with the D. Are you the right D? What's wrong with you, D? Where you come from, D? Who your people, D? You got any killers in your family? See, y'all bring these crackheads into the world, these crack babies into the world, because he got some crack in his DNA. He got some crack in his DNA. You got some crack and weed in your DNA. And when they get together, what the hell you think you gonna get but yourself a crackhead out your womb? He gonna come here looking for a joint. He wanna roll a blunt when they get here. Woo! I just give you the raw, naked, unadulterated gospel. The word gospel means good news. And good news is when you learn to get the right D. Get you some married D. Make the D marry you. Yeah. At least know something about the D. They used to ask you back in the old days, who your people? Y'all don't even ask the D who your people is, who you belong to. You just get the D. Lord have mercy. Wait a minute, here one of my memos right here.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Brother Hunter?
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man?
Man, listen, about this, I'm just curious. I don't know what's right and what's wrong, but what does the family come in? And how did he get priority over her family as far as somewhere to take a child?
You know, that's a question I ain't even asked her. No, wait a minute, I did ask her last night. She said all her people in Chicago.
Okay. I missed that part, but I was just curious because it didn't seem like the family was getting much mention in the whole conversation. Because it would look like it would be somewhere that would step in, knowing her situation and relieve her the burden of the child long enough for her to get herself together. That is all I was saying.
Thank you, Brother Hunter. I'll see you Sunday.
All right, take care of yourself.
Thank you, sir. That's one of my good men at the church. That's Brother James. He be at the church when I get there on Sunday morning. Him and my security. And Bill Atkins, let me say something to Bill Atkins, Pastor Apostle Bill Atkins, let me say something. Over 10 years ago, I did a story on preachers and bodyguards. I didn't understand, and y'all tell Bill I said this. I didn't understand having security guards in the church then, like you, the president. He did this first in the Senate. I saw a story on the news, And Bill is exactly right, and I've got to apologize for my statements way back over 10 years ago, when Bill was one of the first black pastors to have armed security in the church. I have armed security in my church. Yeah, and don't have it. Anybody that's suspicious, we gonna check you. Nobody can carry a gun in my building but the people that I designate to have guns, who are licensed by the state, not just simple commercial Tennessee permits. Dale is commissioned by the state. Sean Goldsmith is commissioned by the state of Tennessee. We are well weaponed down at the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries. You can come up in there with that craziness. If you come up with a weapon, you will die in the Naked Truth. They will not shoot to wound you. They will shoot to kill you. See, folk don't care now where they rob. Okay? They don't care where they go. They don't care who they hurt. I don't give a damn how old you is and who your mama is. You come up there with the wrong thing, your ass got to go. You can go to jail or hell, whichever one. I don't give a damn which one is your choice. But you don't come up in the Naked Truth with no foolishness. We do not play those type of games. We will cap you. And let the church say amen, amen, and amen again. We try to love everybody. But there's stuff that's happening in churches. And this time of year, folks try to rob churches. God knows we ain't got nothing for y'all to rob. But if you come in there with ignorance, you come up in there causing the disturbance, your ass gonna be handled. Okay? That's what you call, that's the naked truth. Okay? In the name of Glock, somebody put on here. Yes, in the name of Glock. And that ain't all of the arsenal. Okay, so come on with that food. I tell people sometimes, I get them threats from folks, what y'all want to come on up in the Naked Truth and do. Bring that ass on up in there if you want. But don't come like a cabbage, all head, and leave your ass at the house. Because we're going to have a little bit of your ass. And I'm going to just keep on preaching right over your dead ass. Drag you on out in the hall and let the police deal with you. And I'm going to give you some more of this word. Okay? But we have to protect. I have to be protected. I'm the pastor, and I be the target. See, we understand that I am always a target. I've got sense enough to know now that I piss a whole lot of folk off. Okay? But it's better for me to piss you off than piss on you. I don't know. But let me tell you something. We do not play. I try to love everybody. But if you come up in Naked Truth, there is armed security. And we're going to handle whatever situations come up there. And I applaud you, Dr. Bill Atkins, for being the first black pastor in this town to cover yourself and to cover your memberships. Okay? All they got to do is tell me, Doug. Yeah. Let me also say this. One of the most successful ministries that we have is our girls ministry. I have tried mentoring, put together a mentoring program for young boys and young men. But I cannot get men to join in doing this. I can't get men to. I get men that talk the game, but you won't come and help us in what we're trying to do as far as saving the lives of our young people. Those 3 hoodlums that they caught this evening, they had a police chase in Memphis. And it ended up in Orange Mound. These damn fools go on Facebook Live while being chased by the police. I appreciate that grandmama that came on TV and said he know better. Her grandson was in the back seat of a stolen vehicle. Let me tell you something. You in this city, I don't care how much you love the law, get yourself a weapon. Because, see, Satan don't care how he comes. His demons and demonettes, they don't care how they come. And to thine own as be true. Touch your neighbor in the house tonight and say, to thine own as be true. In this city, they were talking this evening about the carjacking rate in this city has went up 86%. Get yourself a weapon and be ready to kill these young Be ready to shoot them in their asshole. Give them a brand new asshole. Let me tell you something. Well, that ain't godly. Well, yes it is. Yes it is. When you read scripture, those of you who read for understanding, when Jesus sent the 12 out, they went out there and they had all these things happening to them. Folk were accosting them. They were assaulting them. And they went back to Jesus and said, Jesus, what we gonna do? Jesus said, get your staff. The staff was a weapon. Okay? Quit letting folk tell you that God does not want you to protect yourself. Quit trying to pray for every damn situation. If you got a gun and you got the opportunity to take their life before they take yours, kill his ass. Graveyard dead. Kill him. Let his ragged ass, bonnet wearing mammy cry over his ass. Kill his ass. I don't care how black his ass happens to be. If he out here robbing and killing, take his life before he can take yours. Because many of them don't care no more. These young Negroes don't care. They ain't got no daddies. They ain't got no mamas. They got good damn sense. Ain't no raising going on without children no more. They just doing whatever they want to do. I looked at one of these kids this evening that was involved in that, what was his name? Chris Towns Jr. Don't weigh $150. On his profile page on Facebook, he's standing up there with 3 guns. 2 guns in one hand and a gun in the other. You got to kill his ass. Oh no, ain't no, Lord, we gonna pray for him. No, we need to pray over your ass. For as much as it has pleased the Almighty God to take in his wise providence to take out of this world the soul of our deceased brother, we hereby deposit his ass, earth to earth, dust to dust, and ashes to ashes, until you start to killing these little young it ain't gonna stop. It ain't gonna stop. The mammoths ain't doing nothing. Mammoths ain't doing a damn thing. You letting these heathens run loose on decent people, and you expect us to pray? He black. Well, his black ass gonna be dead. Kill his black ass. Let the church say amen on that one. Kill his black ass. If he trying to rob you, carjack you, kill his ass. Look, let me tell you, those of you in Memphis that don't know how to use a gun, you don't have a permit, let me tell you somebody. He's one of my security people. Sean Goldsmith. Call him at 634-8384. You need to call him tonight. You need a damn gun in Memphis, Tennessee. And baby, if you drive it out at night, have your gun where you can put your hands on it. Get you a holster, baby. It don't do you no good when y'all leaving these jobs and going into these parking lots and you out shopping and you ain't got your gun, you gotta get to the car. Get you a concealed weapon permit. Okay? So that you can carry your weapon. And when he runs up on you, run his life out. Kill his black ass. I don't give a damn about that Black Lives Matters. None of that. Kill his ass. Get you a permit to kill. If you gotta kill. Lord will forgive you. Lord, he was trying to take mine. And so I took his. But you church folk, y'all kill, man. That's the reason I preach Sunday. Church folk ain't shit. I'm gonna just pray for him. Okay. Okay. Apparently you run up on somebody, you want to meet Jesus. And it becomes my mission to make sure you meet the Lord or whoever it is that you want to meet. If you say mama in a better place, I'm going to send your ass to meet your mama. You and your damn mammy can be in heaven or in hell to damn together. It's time out all across this country that we allow these black children to run havoc in our communities. And then y'all want to march and protest and we shall overcome. Go to the damn mountaintop. We done fell off the damn mountain. Our children, our communities are out of damn control. I just thought I'd ease double in on you on tonight. Call Sean right now. You look, his classes are available 24 hours a day. On Sundays, y'all got to get him out to 1 o'clock because he's protecting the pastor and the pastor's congregation and the building and properties. Call him tonight. Call him right now. You need a gun permit. You've been knowing you need one. You ain't even got one in your house. 634-8384. That be the number. Now back to the mentoring. The girls' mentoring is Sarah. You can take the number off. The mentoring class is from 10 until what?
12.
10 until 12 on Saturday morning. I don't have nothing, I ain't in that. I'm just a pastor. Dale and her team is in there and they talk to your girls. They talk to them about life, okay? They talk to them about cooking and cleaning and sewing and etiquette and hygiene and how to prepare resumes, how to interview for jobs. They talk about life in general. They talk about things that you as a mother sometimes you can't talk about. Yeah, they talk about sex. They talk about getting protection. Well, see, y'all at the church, y'all ought not be talking about having no sex. You don't need to be talking about no protection. No, that's the place you need to be talking about it. Because, see, I don't give a damn how much Jesus your little girl and your little boy got. They're going to get them some. So what you got to do is be realistic. We're in a realistic world. Ain't no need you telling them, save your little self. She 13, 14. Save your little self till you get grown. They know more about schooling right now than you do. And your little girl's getting more sometimes than your mama's getting. Okay? So we are realistic in our ministry in telling you, we're going to teach your girl, yeah, keep your legs closed, your dress down and your pants up. We're going to teach you that. But just in case, make sure you got some protection. Don't give it up, baby. He don't love you. He don't care about you. A little boy will tell you anything to get betwixt your legs. How you know, Pastor? Because I was the same. I was a little boy once. I'd tell you anything to get some of that ass. We're realistic in the mirror, in our ministry. That's the reason I call it naked truth liberation. We got to free our folk and empower our folk. But that's the reason I'm preaching nothing now but liberation sermons. It's not the D that goes in you, but it's the DNA that comes out of you. Y'all need to be there on Sunday morning. You tell them we finna sit down, Brown preacher, we finna sit down and talk about the birds and the bees. And she looked at you and said, Mama, you finna talk about, screwing. Some of y'all little girls getting some every day. They is. They sucking them things every day. Your little girl got a mouthful of children down in her, got a whole daycare in her stomach. I'm telling you the naked truth. Y'all don't want to hear it. I don't see it. But some of your children got a whole daycare in her stomach. She's sucking every little boy at the school. She pretend as though she a good little girl, but then when she get with them other heathens, she a damn fool. Okay? Yeah. See, some of you don't like me saying that, but it's a damn truth. If you don't like me saying it, get your ass off my page and don't look at me on TV, because I'm going to tell you just like it is. I ain't got time. Our situation in our society is too treacherous right now. We're living in dangerous times, and if we don't come with the naked truth, I'm just telling you about going to heaven. We going to go to heaven after a while. What you going to do right now? All right. Are you suffering from hair loss, thin and dry skin, bad breath? And ladies, are you tired of discomfort and fishy odors? Well, look no further. Celebrating a Beautiful You, Africa's Miracle, is a black-owned business that specializes in handmade, all-natural hair, body, and skin products, which includes shampoo, conditioner, butters, pomades, and oils that will make your hair stronger, longer, and healthier in no time. In addition to hair products, they also create all-natural soaps, body wash, feminine wash, sugar scrubs, lotions, and toothpaste. Now, ladies, there are many of you suffering in silence. They have a feminine wash and only oil bundle that will kill fishy odor and restore your pH. Do yourself a favor if you're having any of these issues and head over to their website, africasmiracles.com. I'm thinking, Dale, do I need to move my community to First Sundays so that folk who have these excuses that they have to go get communion at their church, you think I need to move mine to the first, or just let it stay at the second? Let it stay at the second. If y'all want to come get me, y'all come get me anyway. Right. Okay. Y'all come. Hell no, I ain't gonna change it. That's just an old thought. Okay. Those of you that can't stand me cussing, Christy Doe, I'll take you off. Because I'm gonna tell you like it is. I ain't got to sweeten up nothing. The truth is the truth. And I got 1 minute. God dog. DMC Cleaners. Y'all go by DMC Cleaners, 62 Fairway at 3rd, 789-7983. They are a black-owned cleaners. DMC Cleaners, 62 Fairway, 789-7983. All right, and they give you half price off dry cleaning when you pay in advance. I told you Sunday morning, church folk ain't shit. So, and Pastor Smith is a prime example of real shit, okay? And you folk that going to his church and you putting up with his shit, y'all ain't shit either. Y'all, in fact, y'all full of shit, okay? Because, see, you'll get mad at me that because I cussed a little bit and y'all don't know what's been in his mouth. Okay. On that note, blessed be the tide that binds. It's time for me to go. Sunday morning, 10 a.m. You need to be in the house. It's not the D that goes up in you, but the DNA that comes out of you. I'm the baddest man on TV that does what I do, and I do what I do so damn well. Until tomorrow night, top of the evening to you.